Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. I am literally vibrating with excitement because we finally have our first look at the LEGO Icons Lord of the Rings Barad-dur set. This is set number 10333. It's got 5,471 pieces. It's going to retail for 460 US dollars, and it releases on June 1st for LEGO Insiders members and June 4th for everyone else. I do want to remind everyone that I am an employee of the LEGO Group, however all opinions expressed in these videos are my own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the LEGO Group, and LEGO is a registered trademark of the LEGO Group of companies which does not sponsor, authorize, or endorse this site. Now let's get into it. I'm so freaking excited for this thing. This is the dream. Like, I just filmed my Marvel reveal video, which will probably go out the day after this, and I said that the new, like, UCS style Milano is what I've always wanted from LEGO Marvel, and this set is what I've always wanted from LEGO Lord of the Rings. The Tower of Orthanc, I bought it in 2014. It was my first big, like, $200 plus LEGO set. It is still one of my favorite LEGO sets to this day, and now I have its sister. I have the second tower. I wish I could display them together. I can't because Orthanc is in Michigan, Barad-dur will be in California, but one day they will be reunited. I don't know when, but I'm going to have to take Barad-dur completely apart and, like, haul it back to Michigan. Okay, this thing is freaking insane. First of all, the images are not as HD as they should be to be on LEGO.com right now. I was looking at Brickset's press release and the images were way too fuzzy for a set like this. I wish that they were like the highest quality. But look at how much color there is in this thing. Like, there's so much more color than you would have expected from a giant black tower. I love all of the rock work. And by the way, I've taken only a very brief glance at these images, so most of this is like me reacting in real time. I love the wraparound rocks. I love like the volcanic stuff going on here. Like, there's so many different colors. There's like light nougat, medium nougat. There's the transparent, like yellow, transparent orange. And as you can see, the entire tower is in micro scale from the outside. And I love that detailing at the top, using these like older like blade pieces from Ninjago to create that like almost feathered look. And I mean, look at the spikes. And I mean, look at it's so good. It looks really, really good. Like, you have all the battlements, you have the little watchtowers. Again, it's a micro scale exterior, but it's a minifigure compatible interior. I definitely think that was the way to go. I mean, that's pretty much how Orthanc was as well, if you really think about it. So I'm very pleased with this. And of course, there's the Eye of Sauron. That is a really good build for the eye. I don't even know how like the actual pupil is constructed, but it looks great, and it does have a light brick inside it, so I can't wait to see how that works. Although, of course, if LEGO had different light bricks, that would really work for this set. You know, I wish the Batcave Shadow Box set from last year had, you know, like some kind of light brick that could stay on, and that's definitely the case with this. I wish that there was a way to just have the eye lit up all the time, but unfortunately, I don't think that'll be possible unless you motorize the set. Look at the box. Oh my god, just look. The box is so pretty. Look at that orange glow. Look at Orthanc, or not Orthanc, Barad-dur, like on the side of it. I love how they have the height measurement on the front. Like, I feel like that really ruins the look of the front of the box to a small degree, you know? But, I mean, it's impressive, the measurements. It's almost 33 inches tall. So this thing is, I think, almost as tall as the official LEGO Avengers Tower. It's 17.5 inches wide. Oh my god, I can't wait to see this thing. I don't even know how I'm gonna like review it. It's gonna be so tall, like in my filming space. Here's the interior. Oh god, it looks so good. I think this interior is basically entirely made up because we never go into the tower. Can this slide out? You can slide out the interior. Like, look, all of these rooms are just in there on rails. That's very interesting. Yeah, we never go into the tower in the movie, so I think all of this is made up, but I love the little dungeon area, you know, with the cage over the lava. That's adorable. This is like a forge for weapons. That makes perfect sense. I like that a lot as well. I really like this whole, like, fiery, like, ground floor region. I think it looks really nice. Then we have like the orcs like canteen cafeteria. I think this is adorable. Like, I love the little menu sticker. Maybe some people will feel like that's childish. I don't think so. I mean, you know, this set is made for adult collectors, but as an adult collector, I find this kind of detail to be adorable and really, I feel like it really adds some life to the set. It's so on brand for LEGO. even if like the humor of it isn't really on brand for Lord of the Rings. Love the suspended cauldron. Looks like some decent, like 2 tables in there. So that's nice. We'll take a closer look at the minifigures in a second. You have Sauron's throne room, and yeah, we will be talking about that Sauron minifigure. I like the banners with the eye. This looks like an old illustration I've seen. Again, I don't know if this like symbol is used in the Lord of the Rings movies, but I think the banners look really good. Sauron's throne looks decent, although of course it's a black throne in a black room, so it doesn't stand out that much. I'm trying to think, like Saruman's throne stood out a decent amount in Orthanc, but a lot more light came into that build because it had a lot of windows, and also I can't tell. I guess the floor is this dark bluish gray color, so maybe it'll stand out a little bit from a better angle. But moving up another level, you have, I can't tell what room this is that the mouth is hanging out in. I like the axes on the wall. I really like that mural of Sauron with the One Ring. Very egotistical, I feel like, to have it in your tower. But I hope that there's another mural on the other side. And, I mean, I guess in the video, in the 360-degree video, we'll see more. There's a ladder, which the press release says can move from side to side. I mean, I don't really think that's a play feature, but I mean, it's cool. It's a nice looking ladder. Some kind of scroll here. I do like the stickers on the wall. You know, stickers, applying them on like the inside of, that's a convex surface, right? It's not fun. I do not like applying those kinds of stickers. They're going to be a pain in the butt. Wish they were printed. But the graphic design, I think, looks really good. I think it adds a lot to the set. So I'm fine with it. This kind of seems like wasted space up at the very top of the tower. Oh, this is how the light brick is done. It's not in the eye. I was like, yeah, the eye looks too thin to house a whole light brick. It's gonna shine from like behind. It's gonna shine like behind and then use the eye as kind of like a projector, I guess. Or it's the projector and the eye's like a screen. I don't know. That seems really interesting to me. I can't wait to see how that works. Hopefully there's a video of it. This is the base level of the tower. This reminds me a lot of the Disney Castle sets, actually. You can see new molds for the orc helmet. That looks awesome. New mold for the orc shield, too. I love that shield mold. That looks really cool. I think that's a sharpening stone. This area seems like a tad bit unfinished to me. Like, I don't like that these torches are just sitting out on the wall. Like, I wish there was one of those, like, I don't know what to call them, like the angled, like almost elbow pieces to kind of like secure them together. So I'm probably going to make that change. There's a little fish in there in that corner for Gollum. So I like that little cave. Yeah, I mean, this reminds me a lot of how the Disney Castle is built. Okay, so it's not attached with studs. So the next section does slide in on rails and then it clips in. That's a very interesting way to connect stuff. Hopefully it's strong, because I honestly would not really expect that to be that strong. And that's also how Sauron's throne room connects, so that's definitely a new connection method. Better view of the interior here, but again, like, not that much that's new. The throne room, yeah, I don't think the throne really stands out. The floor is dark bluish gray, but there's also a lot of black. It just looks really dark in here. So there is some kind of feature here, though, I forgot. I think you can, like, rotate this. Maybe that, I think that's why the floor is totally tiled off, and that's why this toe ball piece is sticking out, because I think you can rotate it, and someone said it becomes like a Palantir room, so that would be awesome. Yeah, you can't really see more in here, just a couple more stickers. I do want to call out the description says that the tower section is modular, like the tower section only, so like none of like the base up to the throne room. But it says the tower is modular, so they said Lego fans with more than one set can make a taller tower. First of all, who's gonna buy a second copy of a $460 set just for this little section of it? Because the rest of the thing is not modular at all, and that's most of what you're paying for. However, I also hate hearing that, because you know me, I'm like an insane Lego fan. I want to buy not a whole nother set, but I want to buy like just this part of the set from someone on Bricklink so I can make a taller tower. So maybe I'll wait for someone else to do it to see how it would look. But yeah, the detailing on here, just exquisite. I love the spears. I love those blades. I love the horns. The whole thing is so smoothed off. It looks like a really, really nice build. And there's the eye. Is it just plates in there? I guess it is. Kind of weird that they're not like fully pressed together, but What pieces? Oh, those are like axe pieces or something used from like Ninjago or some other theme. Okay, yeah, that looks like a nice eye. Looks like it has plenty of transparent parts. I also like that even though the exterior is micro scale, you can have orcs like walk through the door. I kind of wish you had to step down to the ground though, because you don't really have like a full staircase leading to the ground. It kind of just cuts off there. But the lava keeps pouring out. I think it would have been fine to just have the stairs extend a little bit to the ground. But again, that's a very minor complaint. And is this the second new helmet mold? I don't know if these are standalone pieces or if they're coming in a weapons pack, kind of like the Rivendell weapons came. But okay, minifigures. Yeah, see, like this image could be higher quality. Gollum. I think that the body piece is returning from 2012, but I saw someone say the hands are not. So he'll be able to hold the ring, like not like Frodo is here. Like he can't wear it, but he can just hold it in his hand. I do wish the old hands had been brought back so Gollum could actually wear the ring, but I love that face print. It's just so creepy. Like it's you can definitely see how the graphic design style for Lego sets has changed in the last 12 years, but that's like a really nice creepy face for Gollum. Frodo and Sam look good. I don't know if they're different from Rivendell. I don't really have that much to say about them. Sorry. I mean, Frodo and Sam are great characters, but to me they are like some of the most boring parts of Lord of the Rings. I'm an elf and dwarf person. That might be controversial, but that's why I love the Rings of Power show, because it's all about the elves. I think this is Gothmog, who's also called out by name in the description. He's some kind of orc leader or something, right? I don't really remember. Love the graphic design work for the torso and legs. I really don't know how I feel about this hairpiece, though. It's the same as the goblin hairpiece from Harry Potter, and there's just way too much hair. Like, orcs don't have that much hair. Like, they have very stringy hair. They don't have thick hair like the Harry Potter goblins do. So I do kind of miss the old orc hairpiece, because to me, these guys just look a little bit off. But I really love the rest of the figures. There are some more orcs, but sorry, I need to keep zooming out and zooming back in because you can't like move side to side once you're zoomed in on lego.com. Mouth of Sauron. That looks excellent. The mold from like 2014 is coming back. That's really surprising to me. But I mean, it looks like an excellent minifigure. It looks very similar to the one from 2014, just at first glance. But again, I feel like I can see little updates, and it's really nice to see that mold back. And then Sauron. Holy crap, this is what we've wanted. Like, we've been waiting for a Sauron minifigure for so long. He does look excellent. There's a little bit something off about, like, the way his helmet looks to me, like, where it looks almost like a 3D printed part and not up to usual Lego standards. But honestly, all of the molds, like the orc helmet molds and the Mouth of Sauron one, they also kind of look like that to me. So I think it might just be because the image is a little bit grainy. It's not as HD as they usually are on lego.com. So I'll reserve judgment. Or maybe we'll see it in lifestyle photos too. I like his mace. I think that's a good build. Love his torso and leg printing. His helmet looks good. I do wish he had separate armor and helmet pieces like he did in the video game, like in LEGO Dimensions, I think, because I don't like that it's all one piece. It makes it look strange to me. Like, the helmet is not clearly defined enough because it kind of bleeds out into the shoulder armor. So I do really wish those were separate pieces. The more I look at this area, the more I wish that there was a gap between the helmet and the armor. I also saw someone say that he should use the long legs from Avatar, and I fully agree with that. He looks really heavy to me. Because he has such a huge helmet and huge, like, shoulder armor, but he's, like, the same body size as everyone else, to me it just looks like he has a really big head. Like, he looks almost like a little bit like a bobblehead. So the minifigure looks good, but I think it would look better if you had the Avatar limbs so that he was just overall like more in proportion. I guess that's the thing, because right now his head is bigger than his body. That's it. That's what bothers me. His head is like the same size as like 2/3 of his torso and legs, and that just looks off. So honestly, the more I look at the minifigure, the more I'm thrown off. I mean, it still looks good. It's still Sauron, but yeah, I don't know. There's just something about the picture that's not fully working for me. Shield print is amazing. I love the print for the breastplate here. The graphic design on all the orcs looks excellent. I don't like the bandana on this one. again, I feel like it doesn't match because it looks to be a regular red, whereas like the arms are dark red. And again, like these headpieces just aren't what I expect from orcs. They're being brought in from other themes, but I feel like they don't belong in Lord of the Rings, like this kind of hairpiece and that kind of bandana, because like that should be on a Lego pirate, that should be on a Harry Potter goblin. So yeah, I don't know. There's just something about the minifigures. They definitely, to me, are not as good as the ones in Rivendell. But yeah, this helmet mold is really cool. So, and you also only get 9 here. I think 9 is still a very respectable number for a $460 set when they're all so new and there's so many new molds. I mean, there's 9 minifigures, but 10, right? There's 10 if you count Gollum. So 10 minifigures. I don't think we needed 20 like Rivendell, to be totally honest. Like, what, are we just going to get a bunch more random orcs? I'm fine with 5 orcs. So look at the tower in person. That's just amazing. Frodo and Sam also come with like this little rocky outcropping. Oh, and there's their little orc helmets. That's adorable. So, you know, because they didn't actually visit the tower. So I guess it's just to be like, oh, look, they're observing the tower from a distance. So I think that totally works. Oh, and here's the rotating feature. It didn't get a separate image, but yes, the throne room spins, or it doesn't spin around. You pull the button out and the throne splits in half. I was wondering why the throne looked like it was, you know, built in 2 halves. That is a really cool feature. I do not think I'm going to keep it displayed with the throne because I think that the splitting Palantir feature, and it's got like a bunch of stickers in there with like a lot of detail, that's really awesome. I like that quite a bit. Moving on, look at that. Saturation on this seems to be a little bit weird. Oh, those pieces are actually orange at the top. I thought that that was just an effect, like a lighting effect. I thought that they were going to be black, but no, they're actually orange. Because I guess it's supposed to look like this whole top of the tower is glowing from the eye. So that's a very interesting effect. That's an interesting choice to not make the top of the tower black so that you can have the glowing effect. I don't know how I feel about it. On the one hand, I feel like it works and it does make it look like the eye is glowing even when it's not lit up. But on the other hand, I wish it was black because it's clearly like orangey and those spires are supposed to be black. So maybe I'll switch them out with some of my own pieces and see which one I like better. But okay, that's the thing, a little spider. I guess maybe that's a Shelob reference. There's a bunch of little hidden features. Oh, those are the 3 elven rings. Okay, like that's really cute. Yeah, orc thing, Palantir. What's in it? Is that the Tree of Gondor? I can't tell. Something's on fire. And I guess it can't light up like the one in Orthanc did, but that's fine. It's still cool. And that's it for the images, but I think we have just one video. I was hoping we would have like one of those lifestyle videos. But yeah, like this thing is just crazy. I was trying to pause the video. And sorry, like Lego.com doesn't really work when you're zoomed in because it's very like glitchy, as you can see. There is no other mural in that tower where the mouth was hanging out. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about the attic space with the ladder. Like that kind of feels like wasted space to me. The attic space in Orthanc is like my favorite room in that whole building because right at the top of the tower you had like Saruman's library and everything, and that had like an opening ladder. So I did expect like a little bit more from like the topmost part of Barad-dur, but for the most part I think the interior is looking good. Where did the image go? Again, Lego.com, very kind of buggy once you start zooming in. $460. I don't know about that. I mean, it's very big. It is very big. Let me go back to next to a human being. Okay, yeah, it's fine. I think it's okay. Like, it's just so huge, and it's very deep too. Even though it's open at the back, which I'm sure people will complain about, I'm totally fine with it. Orthanc was open at the back. I like my dollhouse style Lego sets, especially when it keeps the part count down. Like, would you have rather had a Barad-dur that was 2/3 of the size, but fully enclosed for the same price? I definitely wouldn't have wanted that. So I'm very happy with this. $460 I think is okay based on the size of the thing and 5,400 pieces, all these new molds. But of course I will build it and we will see. This is going to be my birthday present to myself this year because it comes out like 10 days before my birthday. I'm very excited to get it. This is something I've wanted from LEGO for a really long time. I think it's been executed really well. There are some things I would change about it, but, you know, for the most part, I think it looks like a beautiful display piece, and that's what matters the most. So let me know what you guys think about this set in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I'll see you guys in more videos soon. Bye for now.